So the whole E-Dub MVP thing starts between some hip-hop stuff with LA Cool and Shannon.
Yep.
And then how does
Shout out to Twin.
how does that become this all-out beef?
Girls. Girls.
And I think a little bit of disrespect because we've shown up to certain situations and battles, and then the girls came into it, and it was a beef brewing that probably didn't have no root to it, but it was just a kind of dislike, I think.
Then we got KDAY, where you can call in every morning. I don't know if you remember, Alonso, but you used to be able to call in the radio station and say whatever your set was and whatever your situation was. You feel me? They would play it. And every morning we had 30 people calling. 30 of my homies would be on the phone every morning calling, saying, yeah, this MVP, woo, 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 woo. They had the E-Dubs doing the same thing. Eventually, you know.
Yeah. It was friction.
What happens between the summers of 7th and 8th and 8th and 9th? Because the summers is when it's time to have fun, party, girls. What's going on in the summertime when school's out?
I can answer that.
But y'all on year-round school.
Yeah,
right?
so our summers are different.
Yeah.
And he was on a different track from me.
The thing with the summers, okay, so as we start to build the MVP thing at the schoolhouse, we also recruiting around here. That's when we signed, like, we had an older cat named Drag, and he used to drive a truck. So he was kind of our transportation. He had this big old truck. Back then you can ride in the bed. So we would G-group and get in the bed. We signed Rest in Peace Dre, Big Snake, and so the streets, we was picking up a couple guys from each block. Menace lived on Roosevelt, you know what I mean? We had JB on Harvard, the other side of Harvard, we had Slick.
They lived on Oxford. They lived on Kingsley, all of, what's the name in them? Trey Shay and all of them, they live on Westmoreland.
Yeah, Westmoreland.
So we were selecting, and people were coming to us from all different blocks from around here to come and see what it's about, and if they like it, they get put on.
And they felt comfortable. So summers we'll be at Normandy Park playing basketball. We used to go to the Crips school over here, off of Washington, because they had the short courts. We dunk on there. So summers was like that, and that's where, and then we would hit parties, like we would go to Fox Hill Mall.
That's when house parties was prevalent throughout the city. They wasn't getting shot up yet.
Yeah, we go to Fox Hill Mall on the weekends.
Yeah,
and hang out there, and that's where you start to create friction a little bit, because they like, well, who are these dudes? Oh, we MVPs,
right?
You know what I mean? And so that's what we would do. We was building every summer from the 8th grade really to when we took off to 9th grade year. And then he can speak about 10th grade year when we went to LA High. I moved away for a few months.
Y'all must hear, okay, the Bloods is not happy with all these Crips up here on Washington and Harvard, and little conflicts are starting to happen. And are you ever hanging out on that street?
No, because only time I ever went on Harvard, we had a couple of people that live in my family that live over there. Big Reese, he's original blood from around here. People on that block, we're cemented with them, Gerard and Lisa and Rick Rock and all of them. Like, we grew up around them every day on a constant basis. So there were people over there, but we didn't dibble and dabble, because at that point we had our own strongholds. You know what I'm saying?
Which was down on this side.
Which was down on this side, and then we started carving out places that were above Harvard, like Hobart, like Oxford, like Westmoreland, where we had 2 or 3 people that lived over there. So now we got a reason to come over there, to hang over there.
The only way we would really be on Harvard if you needed to go over there, because you can get a quick double up and flip your money.
Basically, it's only at that time it's only one reason that you on Harvard: either you hustling or you buying.
Yeah, and moms would give you a little school money and $100 to go to swap meet.
Alonso, you remember?
Go over there.
Bus passes costed $40, bro. You could take that $40 and get a double up and be off and running by 12 o'clock.
So
12 o'clock that night, you be gone with a stack of money. Period. Harvard was like that.
Harvard was
I ain't never seen no shit like Harvard. Crips, Bloods, everybody.
You mentioned there used to be some Hoovers over there too.
Yeah.
Five Deuces.
Five Deuces. That's G now.
Yeah. Yeah, they had it sold up for me.
Sold up, bro.
But then at some point, the Bloods in the area are feeling a little disrespected. Like, wow, these dudes really think they can be over here making all this money in the shadow of our neighborhood. So what are some of the first things that happened that you remember?
Well, what started happening is it started being a lot of shootings in the area.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description, and thanks for watching StreetTV.net.